The purpose of this video is to give prospective users a rough idea about what actually does happen during a build. In the previous video we saw screenshots of what was happening. Here it's a real live build. So this recording was made during a live build of an abbreviated book. It's a shortened version of the issue 4.1 bike pack that you can get off the S1000D website. And as a result, you'll note during the build process that there's a number of references to data modules not being resolved, and that's obviously because over half of the data modules in the full bike pack aren't included in this set. So in getting to this place in the process, we've created the BookBuild file, we've initialized it, we've ironed out any little problems that we might have had, and what we're doing here is building a book and creating a single PDF file output. Now what you're going to see next is not actually any FrameMaker front end, it's purely the log console showing all the messages that go into it. So you can see where you'll be able to see where we are during the process, and also see all the warts like the missing reference data modules, as we said before. What's on the screen here is the area now. So we're just going to start the book build, and we have to click yes on this point here, and you can see now in the log file we get the various stages being undertaken. It's deleting the existing FrameMaker files just to make sure everything's alright, and then it checks everything out. The next thing that happens, of course, is that it opens each file in turn and extracts the information from it and works out what's going on. It's very important that it does this because it needs to create a FrameMaker file from every XML file or SGML file that's in there. So you can see it's opened up file 4 here, now 5, and it'll carry on doing this until it gets to file 33, I believe it is. We're approaching the halfway stage now. It's file 14 going up. Here's 21. $26. $32. You'll have noticed that FrameMaker is opening up and closing down as it's processing along. This is to get rid of the memory problems that these various applications have. they've got a memory leak, so we have to do this so that we can handle large files, several thousands of data modules. So what's happening now is it's handling the multi-data module chapter system. So it's creating a data module, a chapter, sorry, and then it's inserting the data modules in there. So it's files, the FrameMaker file versions. So you can see chapter 3, 2.3, 1, 2.32, 2.33. It's a multi-DM chapter, so that's what's happening in there. And I had it set to remove duplicate figures, so it does that on the way through. Now what it's doing is it's sorting out the references to other data modules, and now this is a subset of the bike pack, so you'd expect there to be quite a large number that aren't handled properly, and that's precisely what's happening here. So you'll see at the end there it said it's how many it's resolved and how many it hasn't resolved. We're now going into another phase here, which is where it's sorting out the tables of contents for PM entries. One of the things that this application does have the ability to do, if for any reason one of the frame makers closes down or something like that, if you start FrameMaker up again, it will start working again from where it left off. If it doesn't start off, that means that there's a basic problem at that point. And the user guide tells you how to stop this restarting from happening. But it does mean that if you've got a large job and something happens in the middle, and a bug comes along and or some other reason causes FrameMaker to shut down, then you don't have to worry. It'll just pick it up from where it left off. It's handling the list of effective pages now. We're at the 6-minute stage. Now it's creating the bookmarks, so that it can actually populate the bookmark area of the PDF file. That's the left-hand column. So it's now completed the build section, and it's putting the various bits and pieces together now and getting ready to start creating the PostScript. Well, it's creating the PostScript file now. So it's then it'll come to a point where it then has to start processing and combining everything into a single PDF. Just over 7 minutes now. It may look like it's not doing anything, but believe you me, it's doing quite a lot underneath the bonnet at this point. Set the size. Here's distiller, and BookBuild is throwing the PostScript file at distiller to create the PDF file. And that's it. It's completed the build, and a PDF file is now available. So you've just seen the complete build and in the log window. And here is the PDF file that was created from that. Now this book consists of 33 files. Some are ancillary files, and it's a subset, as we mentioned, of the issue 4.1 bike pack. On the machine used, the complete process took just under 7 minutes. The speed of building clearly is dependent on several factors, some of which are fairly obvious. One that isn't quite so obvious is in fact the version of FrameMaker that you're using to do the build process with. Some of the later versions of BookBuild are faster than perhaps some of the earlier versions. Obviously the speed of the computer has quite a significant effect on that, as does the quantity of memory. Maybe not quite so obvious is also the speed of the hard drive, how long it takes to write things to this hard drive and retrieve them. So this is the end of the video, which is showing a live build of those 33 files from the bike pack. There's now a video to show what you need to do for starting a new issue of the publication.